Hare Krishna. So, quick review. So, in Ishopanishad, what we are saying that Lord Krishna is the controller of everything, animate and inanimate, everything. All is his proprietary, his property, and he has provided everybody a quota. So we have to accept that, and we have to respect others' quota, and we don't have to encroach on their others' quota. That is what is expected. So first mantra is explaining that there is no scarcity in Krishna's creation. So Krishna is complete, and whatever is coming out of him is also complete. And there are innumerable complete wholes are manifesting. Coming out of him, but still he remains complete, and whatever is coming out of him, they are also complete in themselves. So that is what we have to understand. Now, these words explain how they can realize their completeness by recognizing Lord's proprietorship. Who are they? So we have to understand Krishna as a person and his relation with us and this material universe. Material universe in the sense entire cosmos, or maybe all material universes and innumerable material universes. So that is the first mantra. Second mantra says that there is it describes the necessity and results of acting in God-centered consciousness. That is a Ishavasya principle. If we do that, then whatever we do, if we want to do philanthropic activities, social service, or nationalism, you know, for any cause, if we want to provide our services. But if we keep Krishna at the center, then that will give us perfection. How? Because by that activity, we won't get any kind of reaction. Say, pious activity, pious karma or impious karma. We just participating in Krishna's uh, uh, will. Krishna wanted that this material universe should be created so that those souls who wanted to enjoy separately from him should come and have a chance, but ultimately they should get frustrated in that. So suras, we have come to till that. Suras means those who follow Lord's will. They are called demigod, godly people. Suras. So they should assist in Krishna's mission, will, and they should. How they can do that? They understand their role, their quota. That is Ishavasya, and they provide each other all the facilities so that they can also understand. They can also get self-realized. So this is what is the second mantra. Third mantra, we have seen that consequences of not acting in Ishavasya concept are described in the mantra 2. What happens? Can anybody say? We have a set of questions uh, given for each mantra to make this go up. No. So I have given set of questions to you regarding the based on this. So each and every, did I give here? Yeah, this is. So based on the concept and understanding of each mantra, the Ishopanishad gives a particular example. Mantra 2. अरे यार hmm. Ishopanishad invocation and first mantra have the basic understanding of the spirituality within what are Vedas, where first complete Vedas were where there was only one scripture, but then it was been divided into four Vedas, and Vasudev wrote for each and every guna, that is Sattva, Raja, Tama. There are Puranas, 18 Puranas. Then Mahabharata and Ramayana was given for those who can only understand spirituality by the stories or by having all these kind of, like relationships, uh, immediate full fruitive activity. If this is not there, then people don't, these kind of people do not have any inclination towards spirituality. So like that, he has given, but intellectual class should be also given some impetus. So Upanishads are for people who understand the, the Sanskrit verses where Krishna is given mostly in in such verses where like tad ejati tad nejati tad dure tad antike tad sarvasasya bahyata tad sarvasasya antarasya tad sarvasasya bahyata. That means Krishna can walk, he cannot walk. Tad dure tad antike, he is far, very far, but he is so close. He is in everything and he is outside of everything. So such kind of verses can be understood by those who are very learned in Sanskrit, Vyakaran, or those who have inclination to read. So everything is every possible opportunity is there for all kinds of people to come to Krishna, come closer to Krishna, and then later he dismute everyone. So later, Srila Vyasdev, after meeting with Narad Muni, he said, "Oh, we should have a one such a scripture which gives exclusive uh, scripture where one can immediately purify himself." So that is the Srimad Bhagavatam, to condense the essence of all the Vedas. In fact, uh, the Vedas were written then in the Sutra form, Vedanta Sutras, the entire, But even the sutras are very difficult for to understand for a common public. Like Vedanta Sutra are like one statement itself. Atado Brahma Jigyasa, sort of. So we need a purpose for that. So for a common public and for everybody to exclusively think about Krishna and his pastime, that's why Bhagavatam was uh, composed by Srila Vyasdeva as a final treaty, final his composition. So this was been explained in invocation and number one, the shloka. So Shruti, Smriti, we have seen, like Shruti is what? One with the knowledge which is heard, that is Shruti. And Smriti means remembrance. So Vedas are the knowledge which is which can be acquired by only hearing, Shruti. So like that. And then we have seen how Vedas are very important in our life because that gives us we can understand three concepts of devotional service. That is who we are. Just like if you want to know who is our father, who will ask, we will ask only to mother. Mother will tell. Similarly, Vedas it tells us what is our relationship, sambandha with the Lord, and how we can establish that sambandha. The process should be there, and while establishing that relationship with Krishna, prior we should understand what is the result. That will give us impetus, inspiration to follow Abhideya process. That oh, we will get prema, Krishna prema, and we will achieve the dhamma and our existence without any impurity. That is Vaikuntha, Golokuntha. So that is how these three concepts are actually divided into this 18 mantras. We have seen few verses show importance to Sambandha, few Abhideya, few Pravi. And how Vedas are axiomatic truth. We cannot question Vedas. Vedas are themselves their truth. Axiomatic truth means you cannot have any, somebody can, like if somebody, some scientist takes out some of his theory now, after a few years, somebody will come up to refute that theory. That is not axiomatic. So we have an example of uh, cow dung. That's how we can. So we have done this revision, yes, last class. Now we will focus on uh, the karma, vikarma, karma. We have seen. By focusing on this, we are planning to do akarma. Akarma means only to satisfy Krishna's senses. We have seen three principal energies of Lord Krishna, so and so forth. Now, yeah, so we'll go back to our PPT. If we don't do that, then if you do not follow Ishavasan, what will happen? With all the facilities, we will be committing suicide. In the sense, will be no advantage of taking a human form of life. We will be just living like an animal life. Like trees also live for thousands of years, but they have no use. So, Ishopanishad guides us that live whatever life you are going to have, but follow this principle so that you will perfect it, your life. Otherwise, you will be called Atmaha. So that boat example, human life is like a boat. Who can explain this boat example? So human body is a boat. So 84 lakh species, other species are not treated as a boat because they cannot cross the ocean. Boat can cross ocean. So human form is capable of crossing the Bhavasagar because it has given two advantages. He can accept a guru like a Karnadhar. Karnadhar means captain of this boat, who can guide us which direction he has to go. And to proceed further, he needs scriptures, acharyas, commentaries. So that is favorable wind. So boat is there, favorable wind is there, and where to go, the direction giver is there. So with that, we should utilize 100 years of life to reach other shore of this ocean, that is Vaikuntha. If we do not do that, then this mantra says that we will be wasting our life. It will like committing suicide. So Atmaha cannot act in knowledge of the law. Thus, therefore, the Lord is inconceivable to mundane minds and is known only when he reveals himself. He reveals himself to whom? Those who want to come to him. Dadami etat pratama, or maybe Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayan. Those who are striving to come to me, I give them Dadami buddhi. I give them intelligence how to come to me. For that he says Tesham satata yuktana bhajatam priti purvakam. So he is like a father who sees which son is dedicated to my business. So for him he will give check and all facility. Okay, तुमको car भी मिलेगा because you are providing profits to the company. So Tesham satata yuktana. If we are following devotion service continuously, bhajatam priti purvakam, lovingly, happily, then he dadami bhakti. So Krishna is not like, we cannot make him fool by giving him untruth. You are acting something like that and you are giving the bills that, oh, I am doing bhakti. He knows everything. So conception of the Supreme Lord, his inconceivable potencies and his transcendental reflection to creation. This is what is the connection we saw in the mantra 4 and 5. The main theme of mantra 4 is Krishna is in his abode yet simultaneously everywhere. This is not realized by speculation but by his mercy. Mantra 5 says that why his potencies are inconceivable for conditioned soul. So Lord has contradictory potencies, thus proving he has inconceivable power. So when we are here, we cannot be at another place. That is our limitation. But with this limitation cannot act on Krishna because he has inconceivable power. And then who can understand this? The Mahabhagavad, who is completely in congruence with the will of the Lord. Like father and son both know our main aim is to get profit of business. Similarly, Mahabhagavad is Krishna incarnates to come into this world to inspire everybody to come to Golok Vrindavan. Similarly, Mahabhagavad also does entire his existence is for what? To bring everybody to Krishna's lotus feet, to bring bhakti. That is the vision of Mahabharata. So what he says that a spiritually advanced devotee for everything in relation to Supreme Lord and to develop this vision, one should follow footsteps of such great souls. So he sees everything in relation to the Lord, Supreme Lord. So Prema Maitri Krupa Upekshi doesn't discriminate between devotees and non-devotees. That is the main role. Seventh, we have seen that further consciousness of Mahabhagavad, living entities and the Lord are one in quality and interest and not in quantity. So we have seen just a drop of ocean, water, and the entire ocean. So both has the properties, chemical properties of a drop and ocean water will be same salt quantity. But the quality will be same, but quantity will be immensely different. Similarly, we are Anu and Lord is Vibhu. Like that. Mantra 8, Lord has transcendental form and attributes that are unlike that of any materially embodied living entity. So we have veins in our body. So Krishna doesn't have. In Mantra 8 says that Lord's specific qualities are such a person must factually know the greatest of all. Krishna is greatest of all. So these are the few words we have to uh, know that Paribhu means greatest of all. The Sanskrit word Paribhu means greatest of all. Who is unembodied means akayam. Kaya means कायेन वाचा मनसो इंद्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा श्रुतस्वभाव करोति यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयेत्. So we do with our kaya, vacha, manaso, indriyarva. For Krishna's pleasure, we do all activities. With kaya means body. We have a body, material body. But Krishna has no material body. Akayam. Kaya, akaya. Like that. Who is omniscient? So omniscient means he knows everything. Sorry, omniscient means he is everywhere. One second. So omnipotent means he has all potencies. And omniscient means he is all knowing. Sarvagya. All omniscient means he knows everything. Like for suppose Duryodhan planned to kill Pandavas with the help of Bhishma. So Bhishma said, tomorrow I will kill all the Pandavas with this fire. So Duryodhana said, keep me with me, keep them with me. I will give you tomorrow because I don't trust you. So nobody knew this, but Krishna knew this, and Krishna sent Arjuna immediately. He said, you ask the boon return. So everybody was immensely surprised. Duryodhana was shocked. How can this happen? So this is how he knows everything. Omniscient. There are several examples we can go to this. So Kavi he means omniscient. So Kavi also name the word for that. Beyond reproach. Beyond reproach means avranam. Avranam. We cannot uh, catch Krishna. Ashnaviram. Without veins. Krishna doesn't have veins for blood vessel. And two very important verses, words. Shuddham. His Shuddham is antiseptic means like if we are Shuddha and we go to any dirty place, what happens? We get Ashuddham and the place remains Ashuddha. But Krishna is such an antiseptic person that when he comes in contact with Ashuddha, I mean impure place, he makes that place a person pure and he remains pure. So a very minute example is Surya. Surya, Surya comes in contact with the dirty places on this earth, but he cleans them, but he doesn't get dirty like that. So Krishna has delivered billions of demons, like just in contact, coming in contact with Krishna, Putana, so which became purified like that. And apapa vidya means prophylactic. So prophylactic means that uncontaminated. So these are the two words which are which, I mean prophylactic actually means who doesn't get contaminated, and one is Shuddha who is like a completely pure. So there are two examples I asked actually in our Apapavidam is mentioned. Okay. Sin cannot touch him. Apapavidam means sin cannot touch him. So Shuddham example Prabhupada gives sun who extracts the moisture from the untouchable place of the earth. ठीक है? So this is the one example he has given. And Apapavidam means we can utilize that even if he acts in a way that appears to be sinful, such actions are good. That is Apapavidam. Like dancing with the gopis who are married. So from the materialistic point of view, it is a sinful act. But from the spiritual angle, actually, that is not at all material. In the sense, Krishna's spiritual potencies are dancing with him. I mean, everything is the energy of Krishna. We are also energy like that. And but we are material energy which has no understanding and knowledge about spiritual potency. What is spiritual potency? Right? We cannot understand. So we cannot fathom the good and bad in. There is no bad in spiritual circle. So Krishna is a Shaktiman and all other gopis, all energies are Shakti. So Shakti is always under supervision of Shaktiman only. So Shaktiman is in contact with his only Shakti, that is not sinful. Another example is Krishna running from the battlefield, Ranachod. So if we see, that is the biggest blame one can give to the Kshatriyas if somebody runs from the battlefield, but we worship Krishna. That is what it will say. Or lying. So God cannot lie. Krishna lies so many times. Or Krishna breaks his promise. Just like in Bhishma's case, Krishna has given a promise that, I will not raise a weapon in the battle. But Bhishma said, because you have broken my promise to Duryodhana. Duryodhana, he promised Duryodhana, I will kill. Now you have broken that promise. Now I will fight in such a way that you will have to break your promise or you have to see your friend die today. So that is how. So Krishna said, to hell with my promise. Again, so in previous incarnation, Lord Sri Ramachandra says that prana jaye par vachan na jaye. And here next incarnation he says all vachan go to hell. That is apapaviddham, right? Understood. And shuddham we have seen sun example. So note it down. There's two, three examples over that. So what is the problem here? Proper spiritual master should be there to give us a knowledge. If we do not understand spirituality through spiritual authorized spiritual master, then we will speculate. That will be avidya, so-called vidya. It will be very dangerous. Just like one few politicians says, I like Gita, I follow Gita. But when I see that Krishna has danced with other people's wife, my face uh, lowers by shade. Now, what he can understand about Krishna? So that is so-called vidya. That is dangerous than having a avidya. So if you don't have knowledge, that's better. But if you have so-called knowledge, that is dangerous. Okay. And then we have seen, sorry. So last time we have checked Kanishta, Madhyama, and Uttama very in detail. Now four tattvas we have described. What are four tattvas? Krishna tattva, Vishnu tattva, Shiva tattva, and Jiva tattva. What are their qualities? Krishna has 100% quality. Then Shiva tattva will have, Vishnu tattva will have how much quality? 96%. And then Shiva tattva will have say 80%. But Jiva will have only 78%. So Jiva is like a, so these are all final tattva. Nobody can exchange. Shiva tattva cannot become Krishna tattva. Krishna has permanently become a Shiva tattva, just like milk becomes curd. And Vishnu is expansion of Krishna for creation, maintenance, and destruction. Basically, destruction is done by Shiva, but maintenance and creation is done by Vishnu. And Jiva Tattva is energy of Krishna, expansion of Krishna, which is permanently separated. But quality wise, they are same, quantity wise, very unknown. They fall into Tatastha category. So this technically, we should be knowing this and we should be able to explain it. How the tattvas are there, where we stand, who, so we are a Tatastha active which can fall into spiritual energy also into material energy, depending on whose shelter we take, right? So we are the oneness example is there, fire and spark. So spark is there. Spark also has a quality of heat and light, right? And fire and also has heat and light. But the difference is there. Fire can burn things, but spark cannot. Similarly, we are soul and Krishna is equal. Salt in drop of ocean and ocean, and family interest and national interest. Family has interest कि भाई अपना अपना घर देखो, but nation interest is bigger interest, which fall into many families like that. Okay, Next, interesting thing was, so these are the Krishna's transcendental form, qualities we have seen. So Archa Vigraha we have seen that for giving special mercy to uh, devotees, for easy approach, Krishna has taken which form? Archa Vigraha. So Archa Vigraha should be authorized by Acharya. That means Prana Pratishtha should be done. Then it becomes Archa Vigraha. And it should be accepted as non-different from original form. We should not say, अरे गोपीनाथ मंदिर में है, मेरे घर में जो है वो ऐसे स्टैचू है. No, they are actually not different than Gopinath because they are expanded form. Why? Because he wants to accept service. Whatever we food, offer kirtan, glorification. He is there to accept it. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam sate bhaja. As you please him, he will please you. So he must mercifully uh, supplies to us according to our qualification and desire, and then helps us to go back to God. He is the greatest of all because everybody asks from him. Him personally is asked, Mukti do, Mukti do. Yogi asks, Siddhi do, Siddhi do. नहीं अकाम सर्व काम वा मोक्ष काम उदाहरण तीव्रेण भक्ति योगिन यजित पुरुषम परम. So he is the greatest of all. Nobody is there where Krishna is asked. He is self-sufficient. He doesn't need anybody to lift Govardhan hill, kill demons. At the age of 3 months, he has killed Putra. So he doesn't need anything, anybody. He's antiseptic, we have seen. And then prophylactic powers. So just imagine this. This is very important. Krishna is one who cannot, sin cannot touch him. But just imagine the power of his devotee. Even if somebody comes in touch with devotees of Krishna, they can also get purified. किराट हुणांद्र पुलिंद पुरुषा अभिर शुंभा यवना खसादय. So ये अन्य च पापा यदपाश्रयाश्रय शुद्धंति तस्मै प्रभविष्टवे नमः. If they, so yadapashrayashraya means all these races which were sinful, if they take shelter of Krishna's devotee, within whose heart is who? Krishna, they can get purified. So that is the prophylactic activity of Krishna, who is Krishna is like a paras mani. He, if any metal comes in contact with paras mani, he makes it gold, iron ka gold. But he remains gold only, and iron becomes gold, and he passes that quality to that iron also, and he can also make other iron metal gold. That is Krishna. The prophylactic activity of Krishna is he gives power of attorney to his devotees to transfer his mercy to whomever he wants. Power of attorney. Can you imagine? It's a fact. Narad Muni cursed Nalakuver Mani gave. And then but Lord Damodar remembered, Are Narad Muni has cursed them, I have to relieve. Because he said in Dwapar Yuga, Lord Krishna will deliver you. That is how the Krishna is so merciful. He says, you have given, so I have to. I don't see his qualities, qualification or disqualification. You have taken his right. So who can appreciate them? Who can't appreciate Krishna? The fallen and forgetful living entities cannot appreciate. Poorly informed, less intelligent people cannot, because they are influenced by materialism. That is Vidya and Avidya we have seen. So Mostly, entire population falls into avidya category because they are into this mudha, vedavadarataha, mayaya apruta jnana. This, we have seen this four categories, and they have their own characteristics. Asses, Buddhas are working like an ass. Their learning is like a cobra's web. If you try to teach them something, what they'll do? They will bite you. In the sense, the dead body in the sense, decoration on dead body. Patchwork going on to cover material miseries of materialism. They said, कैसा चल रहा है? First class. कोई problem है? कोई problem नहीं. How are you? Okay, I am fine. And self-made, Maya Apruta Jnana, they are self-made God. And they accept any ordinary man as God, but neglect the authorized uh, gods who are mentioned in Veda. And they think God is in Maya. We all seen this. We are just doing revision. So Dhira is one who has cultivated knowledge, who doesn't get disturbed by seeing the changes in this material world, not disturbed by material illusion, spiritually realized. He neither hankers nor laments, na sochit na kankshati, makes best use of bad bargain of the boat. He knows that boat is there for only limited period of time. He doesn't waste time. क्यों बाद में करेंगे 60 साल के बाद भक्ति करेंगे. He immediately starts working so that before this boat gets drowned, he has to cross this ocean. He submissively hears from the supreme source and follows the regulative principle. So we have asked this one question: what is the real problem in this material world? What is that? What is the problem? Birth, death, old age, and disease. This which cannot, nobody can avoid it, right? Everybody has it. That is the problem. Who imposes it? Material nature. Whether it is Hiranyakashipu or Ravana, who has actually got so much power, but they died. So nobody actually is immune to this. How it aggravates actually? Advancement of material knowledge. Because material knowledge makes us believe that we can enjoy this material by using our intelligence, by manipulating the material energy. We can enjoy. But if we uh, interfere in the working of material nature, what happens? Tsunami, earthquake. These are the this is because humans are trying to change the nature's working style. What is the solution? The example is Hiranyakashipu. He has everything he had for better enjoyment, but was killed. Solution is accept Shastras, accept bona fide spiritual master, and try to utilize our life as a for emancipation, liberation only, to cross this material road. Who accept the intelligent human being? Who doesn't accept Naradhama? Lowest of human being means he has knowledge, but he will not follow that. I will give you this. Don't worry. Yeah, it will be a waste of energy actually. I will provide this. These are the small points which we have already elaborated. But again, we are going to. So the avidya, what it does, our entire human existence should be to balance material and spiritual. What we do, either we do on entire spiritual activity, not seeing to the material aspect, or entire material energy, trying to enjoy material energy, and not falling spiritual. Right. So we have to balance it, just like material fever. So by taking shelter of the avidya, our material fever increases 105, 106. So Veda says that keep it 96.98.6. So body is a healthy body. A low temperature is also not good, high temperature is also. We have to balance our progress in spiritual and material, right? We have seen sometimes people want to chant 64 rounds and do all kinds of seva. But in family, they have divorced or बच्चे बोलते हैं और मामा माँ खाना नहीं देते. माता जी comes for rajbhog making and घर में कुछ नहीं बना. What is the problem? Husband saying अरे मेरे को और बच्चों को खाना कौन देगा? अरे मेरा सेवा है राजभोग का. So for Krishna, she has time to make rajbhog, not in the family. So what Ishopanishad is saying, first your responsibility to material and then come for rajbhog. Balance for us. Yes, Madhu. That for that we need guidance of a spiritual master or scripture. I mean, in the sense, if you are not having a facility to approach spiritual master all the time, by continuously reading scriptures and hearing from spiritual master, we will come to that level of uh, scrutinizing things, intelligence. Oh, how the things are happening, what was happening before, what is happening now. So, what changes I made in my life. So now again, if I am gliding down to the same thing, so I have to change. So this is everything. Everybody has to take responsibility of our own life, and Krishna is, I mean, Guru is Karanadhar, captain. He will show us where to go, but he will not walk up for our life. Understand? So to draw the line, he will tell, if you do this, this will happen. If you do that, this will happen. So you choose what to do. Getting me? So uh, in fact, the Chaitya Guru from within, Lord is always guiding. Before doing any activity, we get consciously some guidance. Why, what you are doing, whether it is beneficial or not, right? That is Chaitya Guru telling us. We listen to him. See, nothing is there in the material world which we have not done yet. We are just doing it in different way. So we have experiences. So we know, oh, if we do that, if I go to bad association, I know I'll not be able to remember Krishna. So again, if a call comes, oh, I have a partner. So now you have to balance. You should have to have it. Oh, they are my school friends. So all this will come to your mind. But then experience is there. Last time I went, what has happened? So use intelligence, give reason, and stick to the spirituality. Or if you are going, then take Gita. Give them Gita. Give them small talk Gita. Touch and come. This is all your intelligence. You say, oh, I cannot cut immediately. So do this. Take Gita with you. Have some lecture. Take prasad with you. Give your association. And whenever you see that, oh, I am getting trapped by them, immediately leave that. That is intelligence. Somewhere you're getting me or not? So you have to be always alert what I am doing. And Krishna is there from within only to guide you. Paramatma is a Upadrushta and Anumanta. So he sees what is happening. If you ask him what to do, Anumanta, he gives Anumati. Prior to that, he gives you the reminder also. But the initiator is we, because we start the action. Getting me? So balance. So it needs an maturity. So everybody takes time. A few people take less time. Some people take a lot of beating, then they get mature. Okay. So balance is just like cycling. Nobody is there who has learned cycling immediately. Have you? कितने बार गिरे कि नहीं? But then later we understand. Oh no, इधर गया तो ये problem. Then later we balance it very safely. Similarly, life is there. We have to take guidance. That's why counselors are there, guru is there, senior devotees are there. They have gone through all troubles which you are, I mean, you will eventually go through. So take prior information and then act. Okay. So that is the Vidya and Avidya. So NOD, study NOD, then we'll learn that how to lead a healthy life with sound mind. So knowledge should be there how the body is made up of, how the Krishna's energy is working on this body, three kleshas, right? How we can reduce them, not work like an ass for self gratification, because self, by our activities, if happiness is going to come, it will come. Follow 18 principles of Bhagavad Gita, humility, taking guidance from spiritual master, then the balancing spiritual and material life, right? Pridelessness, non-enviousness. These are all the things which we have to follow. Amanitvam, adambitvam, ahimsa, acharya upasana, so and so forth. Concentrate on devotional service. Tasmad ekena manasa. So basically, it's all is a NOI what says how our devotional, I mean, progress in devotional service depends on what? The first thing I taught you is our progress in devotional service depends on our attitude to devotional service. So how can I progress? What is our attitude? If our attitude is to enjoy or to become a famous, then it will never work. So how you treat devotional service, with an attitude, that will be the path of progress. Otherwise, you will think I am progressing, but everybody will see, oh, nothing, nothing is happening. So I'll give you one short story. Once, one guru, uh, he happens to, there is a misunderstanding between uh, two gurus' disciples. So the other guru's disciple immediately understood, oh, I have done biggest mistake I have done Vaishnav Aparadh. So I have to go to that guru, the guru's god brother, and ask forgiveness. So we went with an apology written, oh, oh, my dear Prabhu Maharaj, I am very fallen. I have done biggest Vaishnav Aparadh. Please forgive. As soon as the guru received the letter, what he said? What he said? How can you offend a criminal? I am a criminal. How can you offend me? So understand, there is a refined consciousness in devotional service. There is no limit to that refinement. Go on and on and on. You can become humility raised to infinity. ऐसा है. Depends on your purification of heart. As much your heart gets purified, you become refined in humility. I mean, your connection with Krishna. That means a magnet is there. Krishna is always there. But the rust on our consciousness, if we clean it, then there is no obstacle in that attraction, zup करके वो खींचा जाएगा. समझ रहे कि right now what is happening? Our own man-made. I mean, we have created the trust of pride, uh, our position, and so on and so forth. So now here we are. The last time we have discussed this. Sambhuti, that is, Krishna is absolutely independent. Krishna is the absolute personality of Godhead. And even demigods, sages, and mystics, they cannot understand him because he is the source of all of them. Unless father tells the son, कि बेटा मेरे इतने सारे plot है मेरा, I'll have so many bank balance. The son will never understand how much father is great. समझ रहे हो? On their own, what they cannot understand that. I have seen one of my friend, he was telling that his grandfather had so much properties, had so many properties that he didn't tell his sons, four sons, कि अपना कितना कितना, and made him very occupied. And then later they found some pages when the grandfather died. They found, अरे, we had land here also, but there was a building. बेचारे हम लोग इधर तो 25 साल से रह रहे. Understand? Unless you reveal, so they cannot understand. So demigods, sages, mystics, they cannot, and nobody can understand unless Krishna is pleased and he will tell. Like he told Arjuna. So Arjuna said, yes, uh, Param Dhama Pavitram. Now I understand who you are. Because now you have told me everything. So Krishna appears by his own internal potency in the form of man. We cannot understand that. Who can understand? Krishna impersonalists. Impersonalists, they speculate about Krishna, but they never come to the conclusion. Even demigod worshippers, they see Krishna as an end part of, I mean, like demigod, one demigod. Okay, he is also there. He should be also worshipped. And pseudo devotees, they cannot understand Krishna properly. Each has their own understanding according to their different types of conception. So, impersonalists, we will see how they are wrong because a form of they see the form of ignorance arising from imperfect conception of the absolute truth. They see the initial stage of absolute truth as a final stage. Brahman is the initial stage in the sense one who understands absolute truth. First, he understands about the Brahman aspect. Like if you want to see sun, where what is sun? The first you will understand sun rays. Then comes sun, right? And then sun comes the king who is residing in the sun planet. Are you getting me? Similarly, when we try to understand Krishna, the absolute truth from within the shell of this universe, within the universe, first we'll understand Brahman by getting out, even not to get, by Vedas we'll come to know that beyond this material universe, we'll first see the effulgence of Krishna, that is Brahman. And then the localized aspect of Krishna, that Krishna is in Golok, that doesn't mean he has no knowledge about or no presence everywhere. He's present everywhere. Although his personally is Golok, that is Paramatma, and that form who actually has nothing to do with material world. His energies are taken care of that. That is absolute Krishna, who is completely immersed in the pastimes with his eternally pure associates. That is that. So that uh, Desa, like on this, I'll tell you the example. One devotee used to take khichdi and used to give to the poor people, and this every night, food for life. So they used to become very happy. Garam garam khichdi aa raha hai. So one day there was a Rena festival. So they made fried rice. There was this jeera rice with kaju, you know, cashew. So no khichdi. So he took that and he served and he gave to everybody. So they what they did, kaju को बाहर रख दिया and they ate that. थोड़ा इसे मजा नहीं आया. वो साधु स्वामी जी वो खिचड़ी लाना कल खिचड़ी लाना ये मजा नहीं आया. Are you getting me? So uh, see this example from the another point of view. कि Paramatma realization and Brahman realization, even both are incomplete realization about Krishna. Unless we have a Bhagwan, Satchid Ananda Vigraha personality realization, all other are incomplete realization. Getting me? So, impersonalists cannot fathom the personal aspect. For them, Brahman itself is the immense. Nobody, I mean, there cannot be anything other than Brahman effulgence. That is in getting me? And in fact, they read Upanishad also. You have to understand, none of the Upanishad mantra is actually denies Krishna's personality. But that's how the faith in some conception is there. If once we have a faith in some conception, it will never go. It's like a tree with roots deep rooted. You cannot take it out. So Ishopanishad says that he can run faster. Now, how can somebody who has no form can run? Hmm? So it has to have a form like somebody who is defeated by him. If you have to defeat someone, you run fast, means you defeat everybody. Everybody has form. So how can somebody defeats those who have form without having form? This much intelligence somebody should have. Like that. Then comes demigod. So we are now, what is this mantra now? We have, today our exact revision ended in 11. So 12th mantra we have not finished, right? We have not started it. It is very important. It is about second worshippers, that is impersonalists first, who cannot understand Krishna. Second is demigod worship. Who are they? And how they, what are their qualities? We'll see. So, what is their understanding basically? Krishna is also one powerful demigod, you know, like that. And why they worship different demigods? So, we have a section in Bhagavad Gita 7.25 onwards, even 9.9 chapter also we have. So, they are called a person who are interested in some temporary thing. Suppose I will give you, uh, you work hard for 6 months, then I'll give you one, uh, say, pizza. Or pizza will be over, then again you'll have to work. Are you getting me? So the point what so Krishna tells Arjuna that whatever the gifts or the boons people get from the demigod worship, by demigod worshipping, they themselves are temporary, and the giver is also temporary. And actually, the boons are given by me through them. Because Krishna is a father who will not fulfill all the wants of his son. That's why the son go to who will quickly give his fulfill the wants. Father will provide the needs. Now you understand wants and needs. Father will never say तुमको खाना नहीं देगा 2 दिन. No, he will provide 3 times of. But he said, I want iPhone. Then iPhone, नहीं दो. I will give you Nokia phone. I mean, whichever phone. Your need is should be fulfilled. Your homework के लिए phone चाहिए, I'll give. But you want latest iPhone, that I will not give because you are not qualified. Understand? So for that they will go to someone. And you will have to. They will do hard work because strong desire. I want. There is a temporary relief what the demigods provide. We have many stories in Srimad Bhagavatam where the the boons acquired by people and then they said why I asked for this, right? They said so that is the temporary relief. Uh, the experience is not fulfilling. What is the destination? The very important for any transcendentalist is whatever we do, what is the result? I mean, after death, where am I going to go? So, what is the destination? The what is the planet of that demigod? We have to go to that demigod, which will be that's the problem because that will be within the realm of this universe only. You cannot go beyond this universe because demigod live in the middle region, and I mean upper middle region, Swarga, and so on. So there will also be a Abrahma Bhuvna Loka, different kind of trouble because there is Dano and the Suras also fight. There is all kind of uh, Asuya, enviousness also is there, little bit. Decay is there. Shine Punye Mardhe Lokam Mission. You go there, but your Punya is over, you have to come back. So that is temporary. And most of all, you will not get, you will not be able to solve uh, uh, birth, old age, disease, and death. And you will be in the airtight coconut of universe beyond Nija. So how do they reach different planets? So we have a few people go with spaceship. Mystic powers. Our Durvas Muni can go by mystic power to any planet. Imagine. And demigod worship se we can do because just like see who called just like Indra calls Arjuna come fight with for me. So if particular demigod is very much in favor of you, he can ask to come. You know, demigod just forget about that. If you are a very powerful person and you have pleased him, he will say, "चलो मेरे घर पे आ जाओ." ठीक है नहीं? They like that. This is the thing is there. We'll see that in detail next time. ठीक है? I thought we'll complete today 13, 14, 15. But revision is very important. ठीक है? Like that. So, tomorrow I will provide you this later. You read mantra 13, 14, 15. 13, 14, then 15, 16, 17 we will take it together. So, next time we'll learn remaining 12, then 13 and 14. ठीक है? Most probably. Oh yes, 6 people are there. Rishikesh, Meeta Kaparia, Pallavi, Subhash, Radharaman, and Surna Sahu. Like that. So your results are there. अरे तुम्हारा open book? Okay, anyway, I'll just put this off my
No, one is